Hi, quick video tonight. As from tomorrow, I'm gonna be posting more consistent full workouts, but this weekend has been quite some work. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about Wim Hof breathing technique, and it's gonna be 3 ways that I use and I manage myself to get deeper holds. When I started doing this practice, I was doing about 1 minute, 1 minute and 10 seconds, 1 minute 20 seconds, something like that. That was 4 years ago, between 3 to 4 years ago. And since that time, my average right now is around 3 minutes. And today, actually, my average was on 3 minutes 30, and my highest round is on 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So yeah, I've progressed quite a lot from the beginning. In my whole journey, I've fainted twice. Now I feel a lot more confident that I am not going to faint. And yeah, there's some basic grounds that I have in my mind when I am doing the Wim Hof breathing method that help me get a deeper breath. So number one is the position that I hold the breath on. If I am somewhat uncomfortable the way I'm sitting down, it's most likely that I'm gonna have a low retention time. So this position for me is a standard one. I do not get too long here. Maybe I would get 2.5 minutes, like maybe stretching it, I'm gonna get to 3 minutes, but I won't be getting past 3 minutes or 3.5. So I usually, if I am doing this position, I would have something on my back so I can maybe rest a little bit here, or sometimes I would also do kneeling. So kneeling like this, sometimes it's better for me, but if it's on hard floor like this one, it starts to hurt at some point, and that also distracts you from the deep relaxation that you have to be in to be able to hold a deeper breath, a deeper retention time. So basic principle is the position. For me, my favorite position, the one that I had my record on and the one that I had today, is gonna be a forward fold on cross legs. This I do to release low back tension, and I found that it helped a lot on Wim Hof. I have explored some positions. Sometimes I do a front split, that also works a lot. Whenever I do a stretching position that doesn't require a lot of tension, it's just the body weight going somewhere, that helps a lot. So I cross leg and just go forward to where I place my arms on the ground, maybe my head. If I am tight that day, I would maybe put some pillows in front of me, and I would just hug the pillows in front of me, and that way I can really relax and let go of my body, and I can get into deeper relaxation, control my heartbeat, and get a deeper apnea. So that's gonna be the first one. It's gonna be the comfortable position for the hold. Really be comfortable. Second thing, this is about the breath. So the breath is really important before the hold. I for some time I thought that it was more important to be calm and concentrated, which is important, but the preparation for me is more important. So be very aware to have deep breaths when you're doing the hold. So before the 20, 25, 30 breaths, whatever you're doing before, make sure you're filling up the tank. So the out breath, at least for me, I found that it's not that important. Like you can do just a small breath, or you can do a whole exhale, but you really need to get oxygen in more than CO2 out. That's what I think. Maybe in my path I would find that it's different, but right now, 3 years of experience, I have found that the in breath is important and the exhale has to be short and quick. The exhale is just like, it's effortless. You just have to let the air out, but you don't have to push it out. Whilst on the in breath, you do have to breathe in, consciously fill up the tank. So that will be the point number 2. Sometimes if I am doing 20, for example, 25 breaths, the first 20 I would do it as the timer says on a rhythm, and then the last 5 I would go so longer inhales and shorter exhales. That way I can really fill up with O2. I have found that that has helped also getting 20-30 seconds more into my hold. So that's going to be point 2. And point number 3 is going to be involuntary movements. So this is very similar to the position number 1. So you have to be in a position where you're comfortable and you're not moving. If you are moving, your oxygens are engaging, your muscles are engaging, so you're using oxygen. And that's what you don't want to do. So you have to be in a position where you don't move, arms, legs, you just stay still, okay? But also we have involuntary movements, things like swallowing saliva, or moving the tongue, or moving the nose, or maybe moving the stomach in a way that you push it in or push it out, or kind of move your head or your hands. So all these tiny things. Sometimes what happened in the first time that I was doing this, I would exhale and I would have to swallow. And just that movement, I believe that it took me maybe 5-6 seconds out. And it puts you in this path of doing involuntary movements and not getting deep into your hold and into this relaxation state. So yeah, involuntary movements, I always try to exhale, and when I exhale, I don't do anything else. So maybe I exhale, I get into my position, and I just do nothing. And I focus on doing nothing. The only time I do something is at the end, usually when I'm reaching my breaking point, whatever that be, depends on the day. It could be 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, depends on the day. I would start exhaling, like your body, what happens to me is instead of inhaling, or my body wanting to inhale, it actually wants to push the air out first. So it wants to push the air I have in. So I would push it out, push out, push out. So I would have less air on my tank, my lungs. And then I want to hold to get those 10-15 seconds. So I just hold, but because I have less air, kind of goes into a vacuum, and my stomach wants to go like that, like stomach vacuums. So that will be the only movements that I do. I have found that those help me mentally on the last 10 seconds. And yeah, that I do, but at the end, not at the beginning. So that will be the 3 things that I focus on mainly when I'm doing this. Those 3 are very important. The first one, get into a comfortable position. Find one that works for you. Some people, bodies are different, people are different. Mine is the cross-legged forward fold. I usually switch legs between the rounds. Second one is getting a deep inhale. This is hard work. You gotta get a deep inhale on the way in. And the third one is gonna be involuntary movements. Do not do anything, try not to do anything during the beginning of your hold and throughout your hold. So yeah, with having said that, it is fun, it is cool, it is ego lifting, it is amazing to break records, to have deeper holds, to have a bigger number on your retention. But do not get discouraged if your number is not as high as you would expect. Maybe you're in a minute, maybe you're in 30 seconds. The first times I did it, I was on a minute, maybe less. Sometimes I was 45 seconds. And that was okay. I would try out longer and longer and more times. And sometimes my record would be 3 minutes, for example, and then for the next 2 months, I would not get to 2 minutes, or I would not get to 3 minutes. And I would be at 2:20, 2:30. And I was like, why if I had done 3 minutes before, I cannot do 3 minutes now? And yeah, bodies, I mean, we're human, we fluctuate with time. We have higher stress sometimes and lower stress other times. And we have to be okay with that. We are not robots, we are not extremely consistent and perfect. We are perfect in our own way. So be grateful for your lungs and the ability that you can do that. Give it 30 seconds or give it 5, 6, 7 minutes, whatever your hold is this time. If you practice this and you have some tips, I would love to see what you can share in the comments. And if you try this out and get to a deeper hold and a longer retention time, I would love for you to share that with me. I post a daily picture. I have an Instagram account called Mauricio Move, same as my YouTube. And I post every day a picture after a cold shower, and then the other picture I have 5 rounds of this Wim Hof breathing method. Get on with it. Check it out. Share your times with me. Comment. I would love to see what other people are doing. Anyways, if you'd like to see more content like this one, make sure you follow Mauricio Move. Have a good night.